quickly. I sort of almost see it as an advantage now, so it's good, yeah.
You're lighter than others around you, are you?
Yeah, sorry.
Right. Oh, well done. Thank you, Nick, for doing that.
All right, let's get away with the Super Light Racing in 250 125 GP in there as well. So Super Light off the front of the grid and the 125 GP boys off the back. And it looked to be the wobbly 400, the 4 million RZ 350. And Dennis Charlotte's made it his mission along with a few of his friends. A couple of years in the making, and they made a 2-stroke 400 to come Super Light Racing. And just lose the position into first place. So Chris Huddleston, he got a good jump as well. The 70 of Jacob Stroud on the Kramer. Not the greatest of jumps off the line, but the Kramer is a bike well suited for levels. We watched them into the McKissick curve, and it is the wobbly 400. Dennis Charlotte in charge of this one. Chris Huddleston in second place with, that looks to be Richard Mark and Barrett in third as they head into the hairpin. With the 70, Jacob Stroud in fourth place. Look to go back to 54, Johnny Lewis, and then to Chris DeFiore in there as well. So the Super Light boys all get away cleanly. 6 of them in total. They all head through the bus stop and out of there. And then we look to see Yanni Shaw on the Calix KTM Moto 3 white. He will lead the 125 GP class ahead of the 11 of Jason Hearn on the Biggles Racing IM 250. A little bit different designs and styles, but still a 250 4-stroke CC engine in there. But look at that 15, the 2-stroke winding up down the back straight. The wobbly 400 heads it down into the left hand. Look at Chris Huddleston though, getting him in the slipstream, going around the outside of him into the left-hander. So that battle for the lead is going to be awesome to watch as they run down into the left-hand sweeping McKissick curve. It looks to be Chris Huddleston who's got the advantage, so we'll have to wait and see. On the Ctas live screen, Chris Huddleston in charge at this one, but that 2-stroke Z400, the wobbly 400, a lot of handmade awesome parts on there. Dennis Charlotte into the hairpin, he's right on the back of Chris now, so this is going to be one battle that will go on the whole weekend, I would suggest. These two pretty evenly matched for pace. We look to see Jacob just clipped. Oh, we've got it down into the bus stop, so come together into the bus stop. So unfortunately, Richard Mark and Barrett down in the bus stop. So that will give the position up to, I think Chris DeFiore will now sneak into third place with that, and then the 250 GP boys will come through there. They're having a good little argument as well. So head out of the Castrol curve and down the back straight. Chris Huddleston in charge of the race. Ahead of Dennis Charlotte, then go back to Chris DeFiore and Jacob Stroud on the Kramer with Johnny Lewis in there as well. So that's a good little fight. Then Yanni Shaw, the first of the 125 250 Mono boys in there as well with Jason Hearn, and I think that looks to be Daniel Jenkins in the mix as well. So 125 2-stroke mixing it with the 250s as well.
Well, here we go, back into racing, and bad luck for Richard as he parked it up. But there's the great work of a rider, and I just love that. Look, some of them are sort of almost hesitant. I don't know whether it's a case of a little bit of a shock that riders all of a sudden find themselves in a bad position, don't know quite what to do next. Some of those just quickly realise, hey, I've got to get out of this situation, and quickly to pull the bike back. And great work then by Richard, deserving an award for his excellence on that alone. And there we are with the red flag to go out. So the red flag's gone out, and the red race has been stopped. And in fact, just as we see that, there's an example of somebody with the head up. Man, that can be so close. Yet a rider who had not seen it, Johnny Lewis does the right thing, puts his hand up, and he is there on the track, and the other rider comes straight around, and by the time he looks up, Johnny is right there in front. He would have only missed him by millimetres. So that's exactly why you go to the red, and